Hello everyone, I'm Hana, evolutionary astrologer, and welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to talk to you about Mars going direct on February 22nd. So what's been happening is that since December 7th, Mars has been retrograding, which means that Mars has been moving backwards. Mars in astrology is representing our energy, how we take action, how we make things happen, how we make anything happen. It's that courage to start, to initiate, to take risks, to ignite things, to create things, to fight for what we want. It speaks so much about our will and our desire to go after what we want, to create. It's the creative principle of existence. I'm here, I'm a creative being. So what happens is when Mars is retrograde, we naturally become less active. Mars, the energy of Mars is very external and it's very expressive. It's fire, it's a fire planet. So when Mars is retrograde, we're naturally more, this energy is more internalized. We're more hesitant, we're more cautious in taking action. We're less expressive of our feelings, of our emotions, especially as Mars has been retrograding in the sign of Cancer. And Cancer is all about our emotional world, our feelings, our emotional reactions. So just imagine that our feeling world, everything has been more internalized, which means that it can be accumulating and kept in and caged in. So what happens is on Saturday, February 22nd, I think it's Saturday, either Saturday or Sunday, but on February 22nd, after 10 weeks of being retrograde, Mars, the planet of taking action, is finally going direct. So this is a really powerful shift from reflection to action, and just think that the energies are building up. The energies are accumulated. The energies are getting stronger. So the moment Mars goes direct, it's going to release a lot of energy. And this energy can be very creative, very powerful, and very, very rebellious and very emotional. So in a really positive way, because we want to look at how can we use this frequency? How can we ride this wave of energy? So in a very positive way, this can be a really awesome opportunity to move forward in our projects. It's that green light that tells us go, take risks, take action, go and make things happen. Maybe this is at work, maybe this is in our relationships, creative projects, creative pursuits, personal projects. Now it's the time to really go all in. And then on the flip side, we must be really, really careful about coming on too fast, too furious, and too strong because, as Mars is traveling through the sign of Cancer, it can really propel and bring forth a lot of intense emotional reactions, triggers, emotional triggers, defensive behavior. So, and not just in ourselves, but the people around us, especially in our families, in our, close um, those the people that are closest to us because it's Cancer's territory, our nest, our little family unit. So if this is not well managed, it can very much lead to fights, arguments, confrontations, because whatever's been suppressed, whatever's not been fully allowed to be expressed since December, since Mars started its retrograde period. All these things that we've been keeping in, maybe really, really tightly, might be released in all kinds of explosive behavior. So we really need to use this energetic boost in the healthiest way possible. And even in the news, pay attention to the news, pay attention to the politics. We can see a lot of protest and people rebelling against, people speaking up, people having to express things. It's a very emotional energy and less objective, and it can be very much like no filter, just really saying things without really thinking about things beforehand. So I want to give you some suggestions of how to use this energy. First of all, number one, take action. Your projects, your decisions, whatever you've been maybe procrastinating on, lingering, postponing, take advantage of this sense of renewed energy to ride that current with that motivation. Because, we're going to feel more motivated. We're going to feel more inspired. And, maybe this is a great time to take risks. It's a time to get going. So this is really creative. This is also really great for breaking patterns, starting new chapters, clear slates, opening new pages. Anything that you're trying to get rid of that you're like, I want to take a different route, you can use this energy to move you forward in whatever direction you want to go. You're going to go in. This is also great for reigniting passion. If any areas of your life that you may feel that are a little slow and sluggish, maybe, places where you're lacking inspiration, where you're lacking motivation, Mars going direct can really help you boost your creative power, your creative expression. If you're not sure of what it is, one suggestion is to get out of the house, move, bring in new energy. For some of us, maybe it's too cold to get out, maybe there's a snowstorm, but what you could do, even if indoors, is to do something creative. Maybe find a new creative project. Um, dance madly in your kitchen, whatever it is, like something that makes you feel alive and makes you connect with the surge of energy. And also something to help you release this energy because there can come up in ways like being extra frustrated, anger, being upset, being more easily irritated about things and people and work and et cetera and so forth. So any way that you can have different outlets to release this energy is super, super helpful. Another great way of doing this is physical activity, anything that gets you to sweat, dance, run, cardio, anything that moves your body and helps you to release that energy. Um, and because the risk is, imploding. If things are not being expressed in a healthy way, that can lead to imploding and being consumed by it. And then being so reactive to the point where everyone around you is, being hurt by it. This is also great for expression. If there's something that needs to be communicated in a clear way, in a constructive way, this is, because with the retrograde, maybe you felt that frustration, that resentment. So now you can really use this opportunity to speak up. But again, make sure you're using your words wisely, proactively, but also assertive. You're being assertive, you're standing your ground, you're being authentic, you're, really expressing your truth, but in a way that you're not, you know, coming on too strong to the point that it becomes a bigger deal than it needs to be. And that leads me to the last one, which is, take a look at what battles are worth fighting. Because this is a great time to resolve things and address things that have been lingering, but because of the tendency for higher reactivity, um, just be careful not to be fighting for things or, too much fighting, not enough resolution to the point where it becomes more damaging than constructive. So again, this is happening on February 22nd. But what's going to happen is that, Mars will go direct and it will start to gain speed. So in the next few weeks, this energy will continue on. So this is great again for our creative projects. It should be used wisely, but it's also that intention of giving us the courage to go forward, to move forward, and to take the risks and to trust our vision and to go for it. So happy Mars direct. I hope it's super productive for you. If you like this video, give me the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.